Marijuana, pot, weed, bud, so many names, and according to some research, so many uses. This legislative session, a West Texas senator filed 2 bills regarding legalizing the drug. One for medicinal use, the other for recreational. And he wants you, the people of Texas, to decide this November. So I reached out to those on both sides of this issue. One says the long-term effects could be dangerous. The other says it would save her life. A typical Monday for Lydia Decker looks like this.
You have a good day.
A job she loves in a place she loves, but something's missing.
Just because I live in Texas, I can't get well.
Decker has COPD.
Not really how I envisioned midlife to be.
She was diagnosed more than 3 years ago. Since then, she's strapped to this oxygen tank 24/7. The limitation, a motivation to legalize marijuana in Texas.
If you don't want to have anything to do with it, fine. But don't deny somebody else that wants that safe alternative option to pharmaceuticals.
She and her husband created Genesis-129.org.
And God said, "Behold, I have given you..."
A pro-marijuana website featuring stories of healing, research, and legislation, which they believe has a biblical backing.
To you, it shall be for meat. People say all the time, "Oh, you talk about it like it's a miracle plant." Well, yeah, it is a little bit.
An idea that isn't growing on everyone. Carrie Bronall with the Permian Basin Regional Council on Alcohol and Drug Abuse finds the Schedule I drug is dangerous, despite 28 states legalizing some form of cannabis.
Marijuana is a drug like tobacco. It's a God plant. It was created from the ground, but when man touches it and puts the poisons and the pesticides and the things like that we do, it becomes detrimental to our bodies in some cases.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 1 in 10 users become addicted. Marijuana can affect brain development, memory, attention, and learning, as well as increase your risk for heart attack and stroke.
Our concern is that 15 years down the line, marijuana is going to be just as detrimental as perhaps tobacco is right now, because the research hasn't caught up with it. We just don't know.
We're trying to do everything we can to bring Texas into the 21st century on this issue.
Texas Senator for District 29, Jose Rodriguez, locally serves Presidio and Jeff Davis counties. He filed Senate Joint Resolution Bills 17 and 18 this session. 18 would put medical marijuana on the November ballot. 17 would put recreational.
I think the time has come for the state of Texas to give a serious consideration to the legalization of marijuana.
The state of Colorado legalized recreational marijuana back in 2012. Since then, it's seen as the green standard of weed legislation. According to the Colorado Department of Public Safety, early research finds marijuana DUIs rose 3%, and emergency room visits due to marijuana exposure increased by nearly 30%. However, even the State Department warns the information should be interpreted with caution, saying, quote, "The decreasing social stigma regarding marijuana use could lead individuals to be more likely to report use." Back here in Texas, Senator Rodriguez finds the stigma surrounding pot in this conservative state will hold him back.
There's plenty of special interest groups that are going to be opposed. But that's why I'm saying let us at least have a rational discussion and debate about it, and then let the voters decide.
The most recent Texas Lyceum poll found 50% of residents were against marijuana legalization, but more than half supported decriminalizing it. Now, in order for Bills 17 and 18 to make it to the ballot, there must be a hearing, then pass the Senate, the House, and Governor Greg Abbott, a staunch anti-drug supporter, would have to sign it, all before the people of Texas would ever have a chance to vote on it.
We may find ourselves being in a very small group of states that refuses to recognize reality.
Decker says Texas is already there.
How many people die within that waiting time because they can't make up their mind?
While Rodriguez says his confidence is low for changes in 2017, he believes Texas will eventually loosen its legislation. Now, this week on our Facebook page, Local 2 News-KMID, we conducted an unscientific opinion poll among our followers asking if marijuana should be legal in Texas. 13% of you said no. 15% of you said medicinal only, but an overwhelming 71% of those who took the poll said yes,
marijuana should be legal in the state of Texas.